Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 28th of February 2017. So, we'll start off slightly different this morning. As I reported in Monday's Market Alert, that the volume is slightly delayed in the weekly chart. Just want you to see something that I noticed this morning. And this is the completion of last week, a lot narrower in range than the previous week. The volume is lower as well, which means that the market is starting to go up on fresh air because they've already offloaded that. When I mean the institutions have offloaded their stocks, and the general public are starting to fizzle out a bit on the buying side. Now, if you didn't see the graph that I brought to your attention yesterday from Merrill Lynch about the institutions, then have a look in the previous day as well, and you'll see a massive spike of retail buyers, i.e. Trump buyers, is what I'm calling them, and Trump support buying by the general public, the retail investor, during this time, which has allowed the institutions to offload because they know, like everybody else, this market is due for correction and that Trump is never going to be able to carry through the promises that he made during the run-up to the US election. In the monthly chart, as it's the 28th as well, we'll get one more day on this, but again you can see for the last 3 months there's been a huge amount of volume, and again this is indicative of the big boys getting out and selling to the weak holders. It's not new buying by the institutions which would drive the market further in the short term, but the institutions getting out. As I say, see yesterday's market alert for that. And talking of yesterday's, let's have a look at the price action yesterday. The market was down in the pre-market session. You can see how it broke the 2,800, stayed there for much of the session, and then on the open they brought the market back. We had this one trade here, and the market struggled. It hit the scalp, came back, and then went back again, giving you the opportunity to actually get out. And that's when I sent out a note to say this market's likely to trade sideways because Trump is going to be speaking this evening after the market closes, which obviously poses a problem for us because that means that we're going to see more action after 9 p.m. in today's session than we will in the pre-market session. So he's speaking at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 2 a.m. for the UK. So this is another reason why the market went sideways, which is why I sent you a note out. And you can see there the market failing at 25 minutes past 8. As I said in the note, I wouldn't bother for the rest of the session. And you can see now the market's in this very tight sideways range, and I'm expecting a lot of this today because of the Trump speech that's going to be out at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, Tuesdays can be difficult as well because the news from the weekend is usually digested on the Monday, and then Tuesday is one of those days where the market hasn't got much to go on. So I would expect the market to be sideways unless it gets a bit of a bounce to the upside following Trump's, or before Trump actually speaks. So we'll just wait and see what happens there. And in the daily chart, we've got a new all-time high at 20,845 for yesterday, and also we can move up the stop because we've got another new rising low. When I say move up the stop, this is just to gauge some idea of the momentum in the market. I mean, you can see we've still got that at the moment. Let me just bring that back down a bit. You can see that all the way through here, as you'll see in previous recordings, the market hasn't closed below the 50% rising stop there, trailing stop type thing. I'll just draw that in just in case you've not seen it before. But as the market broke out, you can see how prices following failed to actually trade lower and come back down. Never mind to it. They failed not to come down to it, let alone close below. And you can see it's starting to go into a sideways range now as well, starting to run out of steam. Also, the volume yesterday was quite high again, even though it's tick volume. So the market is certainly starting to struggle here. So let's just remove these for the sake of simplicity, reduce any confusion. And again, just bring this back. Now, news today, what have we got? We've got consumer confidence at 3 p.m. This will be interesting. This looks like it's coming out more or less the same. So you've got a bit of momentum on the upside in a trade at 3 p.m. The consumer confidence doesn't really affect it, even though it's a high impact news item. Like I said before, the ones that you have to watch are the Fed and crude oil. But even that, saying that one seems to have lost a lot of its momentum now and volatility when it's released as well. Because it's just becoming the norm. Bad news moving the market to the upside with that one as well. And then finally we've got the implied volatility. This is also very interesting because this has moved up, I think it was 9.55 to 10.12, and the market's gone up as well. So the options traders are pricing in a potential top in the market as well at the moment. They're increasing the amount of insurance on the option premiums, which is very interesting because normally you don't get this. And again, if you go back to yesterday's when I used the charts that I've created for the implied volatility, this is a lot more easier to see. And again, the rationale behind why this is going up is because we're starting to see a potential top in the market. Also keep in mind that on March the 15th of next month, which is starting tomorrow, 15 days time, that the US run out of funds. They have to negotiate the debt ceiling once again, and also you've got the Federal Reserve. Will they increase interest rates or not as well? So they could start making some carnage for Trump as we head into March. Certainly it looks that way at this time. Right, that's it. I will speak to you later. Watch out, it could be very quiet today, and because of the market waiting for Trump to speak tonight, or early hours of tomorrow morning for the UK. That's it. See you tomorrow. Thanks. That's it. See you in the next one.